Action.
Where did you pick up this tea drinking? You're not English, are you?
No, Californian. I was born here in Los Angeles.
They say native Californians all come from Iowa.
I want to ask you a question, Mr. Neff.
Make it Walter.
Walter.
Right.
Tell me, Walter, on this insurance, how much commission do you make?
Oh, about 20%. Why?
I thought maybe I could throw a little business your way.
I could always use it.
I was thinking about my husband. I worry about him a lot. Down in those oil fields, it's very dangerous.
Not for an executive, is it?
He doesn't work in an office. He works in the I'm sorry, I forgot how to explain it, but he's down with the drilling crews, and it's got me worried sick.
You mean a crown block might fall on him some rainy night?
Please don't speak like that.
Well, that's the idea, right?
The other day, a casing line snapped and caught the foreman. He's in the hospital with a broken back.
Bad?
It's got me literally just thinking about it. Suppose something like that happened to my husband.
It could.
Don't you think he ought to have accident insurance?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of insurance could he have?
Well, enough to cover doctors and hospital bills. Say $125 a week cash benefit, and he'd rate about 50,000 capital sum.
Capital sum? What is that?
Well, that is if he got killed. But maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Well, I suppose in your business you have to consider everything.
Well, Mr. Dutcherson would understand. I'm sure I could sell him on the idea of some accident protection. Why don't I talk to him?
You could try, but he's pretty tough going.
Well, they all are at first.
He's got a lot on his mind. He doesn't want to listen to anything except a baseball game on the radio. Sometimes we'll sit all evening without ever speaking to each other.
Sounds pretty dull.
So I just sit and knit.
Is that why you married him?
Maybe I like the way his thumbs hold up the wool.
And any time his thumbs get
I want to
tired.
ask you a question, Mr. Neff. Could I get an accident policy for him without bothering him at all?
How's that again?
Speed. Action.
Where do you pick up this tea drinking? You're not English, are you?
No, Californian, born right here in Los Angeles.
They say native Californians all come from Iowa.
I wanted to ask you something, Mr. Neff.
Make it Walter.
Walter.
Right.
Tell me, Walter, on this insurance, how much commission do you make?
20%. Why?
I thought maybe I could throw a little more business your way.
I can always use that.
You know, I was thinking about my husband. I wrote a lot about him down in the old oil fields. It's very dangerous.
Not for an executive, is it?
Oh, he doesn't just sit behind a desk. He's right down there with the drilling crews. It's got me worried sick.
You mean a crown block might fall on him some rainy night?
Please don't talk like that.
That's the idea.
The other day, a casing line snapped and caught the foreman. He's in the hospital with a broken back.
Bad.
It's got me jittery just thinking about it. Suppose something like that happened to my husband.
It could.
Don't you think he ought to have accident insurance?
Uh-huh.
What kind of insurance could he have?
Enough to cover doctors, hospital bills, a $125 a week cash benefit, and you rate around 50,000 capital sum.
Capital sum, what's that?
That's if he got killed. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, I suppose you have to think about everything in your business.
Mr. Diverich said would understand. I'm sure I could sell him on the idea of some accident protection. Why don't I talk to him about it?
Oh, you could try, but he's pretty tough going.
They're all tough at first.
You know what? He's got a lot on his mind. He doesn't want to listen to anything except maybe a baseball game on the radio.
Sounds pretty dull.
Yeah, I just sit and knit.
Is that what you married him for?
He liked the way his thumbs hold up the wool.
Anytime his thumbs get tired?
I wanted to ask you something, Mr. Duff. Could I get an accident policy for him without bothering him at all?
How's that again?
Okay, thank you. Speed, action.
The instruments are right, but you're not.
Wait a minute, what's wrong with us?
You're the wrong shape. Goodbye.
Wrong shape? What are you looking for, hunchbacks or something? What
It's not the backs I'm worried about.
kind of band is this anyways?
You have to be 25.
We could pass by that.
You have to be blonde.
We could dye our hair.
You have to be a girl.
We could.
No, we couldn't.
We could borrow some clothes from the girl in the chorus. We get a couple of second-hand wigs, a little padding here and there. We call ourselves Josephine and Geraldine.
What?
No.
Speed, action.
The instruments are right, but you're not.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with us?
You're the wrong shape. Goodbye.
The wrong shape? What are you looking for? Hunchbacks or something?
It's not the backs I'm worried about.
What kind of band is it anyway?
You gotta be under 25.
We can pass for that.
You gotta be blonde.
We can dye our hair.
And you gotta be girls.
We could.
No, we couldn't.
Listen, we can borrow some clothes from the girls in the choir, right? Get a couple few secondhand wigs, get some padding here, padding there, and we can call ourselves Josephine and Geraldine. How about that?
That's your plan? Really? You came all the way for that plan? That's genius. I would never notice. Put a wig on? Oh,
Yeah.
you're girls. Oh, that's great.
All right, and rolling speed, action.
Eve? I don't think you meant to cause unhappiness, but you did. More to yourself, perhaps, as it turned out, than to anyone else.
I'll never get over it.
Yes, you will. You theater people always do. Nothing is forever in the theater. Love or hate, success or failure, whatever it is, it's here. It flares up and burns hot and then it's gone.
I wish I could believe that.
Give yourself time. Don't worry too much about what people think.
There is something.
I think I know.
Something most important that you can do.
You want to play Cora, don't you? You want me to tell Lloyd that I think you should play it.
If you told him so, he'd give me the part. He said he would. After all you've said, don't you...
After all you've said, don't you know the part was written for Margot?
It could have been, but it's my part now.
You talked just as Addison said you did.
Cora is my part. You've got to tell Lloyd it's for me.
I don't think anything in the world can make me say that.
Addison wants me to play it.
Over my dead body.
It's quite a story. Addison could make quite a thing of it. Imagine how snide and vicious he could get and still write nothing but the truth. I had a time persuading him. And you'd better sit down. You look a bit wobbly. If I play Laura, Addison will never tell what happened, in or out of print. A simple exchange of favors. And I'm so happy I can do something for you at long last. Your friendship with Margot, your deep, close friendship, what would happen to it. What do you think if she knew the cheap trick you'd played on her for my benefit?
Part in a play. You do all of that for just a part in a play.
I'd do much more for a part that good. Good.